So, Marcellus, big bro, are you disappointed in Brady after the first two games?
Not at all. Not at all. This is a work in progress. You got to respect that this is going to take time for them to come together, for Tom Brady to get acclimated, not only his new surroundings, with his new staff, but his new teammates. And if you look at this situation from a whole, you can't go out there and have an issue with the process when the GOAT is the one running that process.
Fair.
Who else in NFL history knows better from start to finish how you have to approach your work, how you have to go out there, and even if someone is feeling good that day, you got to say, yeah, that's good, but that's not great. How you have to motivate others, how you have to figure out which buttons to push. So Tom Brady is in a situation right now, despite all of his individual numbers, he's still learning on the fly. Despite all that, he's 1-1. The same Emmanuel Acho who keep blowing up a phone every night, texting me all the time, who raves about, oh, my God, the Patriots and Cam are still at 1-1, but you love them. It's all about your connotation. It's all how you want to spin it. But at the way I'm looking at it, Tom Brady is in a conference where you should fear no one. In a division, you should fear no one. And then he's playing a game of chess that's going to be slow played, but he'll be there at the end.
Big bro, big bro, big bro. I'm completely disappointed in Tom Brady. His performance thus far has been pedestrian. And that's my problem. It's been pedestrian. I mean, I'm not even going to offer too much just words because they can be superfluous and meaningless. So let's just talk numbers and talk about how he's trending in the wrong direction over the last 4 seasons. Full screen prints, please. Think about it from 2017, 2018, 19, and 2020. His passing yards consistently on the decline. His passing touchdowns on the decline, and they're on pace to stay on the decline. His yards per attempt on the decline. His passer rating on the decline. Every meaningful statistic, and Marcellus, I didn't have to go searching long and wide and high and low for these statistics. Every meaningful statistic that is found on the surface that you use to quantify a quarterback outside of wins, because obviously that matters a lot, and he's sitting at 1-1. Every meaningful statistic says Tom Brady's on the decline. Y'all get rid of the full screen. I don't need that no more. Let me look at my door.
Yeah, help yourself out.
If Tom Brady went to Tampa Bay to partner up with the quarterback whisperer, if he went to Tampa Bay to partner up with the QB guru who's supposed to inflate your positive numbers, where's the inflation? He went to Tampa Bay to partner with Bruce Arians. Bruce Arians has worked with Peyton Manning, has worked with Ben Roethlisberger, worked with Andrew Luck, has worked with Carson Palmer, Jameis Winston. Yes, all those quarterbacks experienced ties and turnovers under Bruce Arians. But what I didn't tell y'all last week, all those quarterbacks experienced ties as far as passing yardage and touchdowns under Bruce Arians as well. I'm waiting for Tom Brady to show me the highs. Tom Brady, you just partnered up with the best quarterback, the best coach in Bruce Arians when it comes to inflating quarterback statistics. Yet your stats are still deflated.
Did you listen to yourself? I know you got notes, you got full screens, prints. Everything is going well for you, but you just said you just hooked up with. You played 2 weeks of football with Bruce Arians, and you expect it all to happen just overnight, huh? You got a lot of microwaves in your house. Not just one. You got a lot of microwaves. I got ovens, multiple ovens. Sometimes you got to slow bake it, big dog, if you really want it to taste just right. Who is leading the league in the most drops this year? Is it Tampa Bay? Is it Tom Brady? Is it Tom Brady's receivers? Who has a headline that reads, drop passes cost Tom Brady a 400-yard game by the numbers? Is it Bruce Arians and Tom Brady? Bruce Arians said, hey, if y'all don't start catching this football, drop 3 touchdowns. Not 1, not 2. 3 touchdowns in week 2 alone. And you over here saying, I'm disappointed in Tom Brady. Like Giselle said, he can't throw the ball and catch it, damn it. So I don't understand why you're so hypercritical.
The reason I'm hypercritical is because we're talking about a guy who's been hyper-successful. We're talking about the GOAT. If we were talking about Nick Foles, Marcellus, then I'd be like, okay, bet. But when you're talking about somebody who's supposed to be immensely talented, I would hope it would click quicker than sooner. I came on this show, 2.5 months ago? You said it yourself. I'm not going to toot a horn, but you said we clicked instantly. I would like to think that's because you're talented, I'm talented, it works. Now, if we were lesser talented, scooch into this show, and we would have struggled early on. But when you're talking about the greatest of all time, he knows every football language, regardless of the plays and whatnot. He can translate that into his own speech. Why are you making excuses? Tom Brady hasn't even made excuses for himself, but you sitting up here making excuses for the GOAT. He's the GOAT. I just want to see GOAT-type performances.
Wow. So when someone's trending in the wrong direction, Acho jumps off them, right? Because you just said that about Tom Brady.
Want to see more?
How come you're not jumping off Patrick Mahomes? You argued me for 20 minutes about Patrick Mahomes. He's trending in the wrong direction in terms of his individual numbers. 27th yard attempt, 22nd completion. All I'm saying, if you're going to narrowly look at Tom Brady in 2 weeks and say you're trending in the wrong direction, you need to look at the few-year sample size of your guy, Patrick Mahomes. I know you don't want to do that.